Hi, creative friends. This is Soraya, and thank you so much for being here. Today, I'm going to do a flip through of a partially completed art journal of mine. I began it quite a few years ago, and then I started doing my video series on the work of Dr. Clarissa Pinkola Estes. So I decided to call this art journal Singing Over the Bones, and it's the absolute perfect fit. So I just want to show you that it is all really rough and tumble. It's scrappy, it's raw, it's coming apart. And I decided to just leave it like this. In the beginning, I wanted to hot glue all this together, but now it's the perfect metaphorical vehicle for what I am. I'm always learning from Dr. Clarissa Pinkola Estes. So, you know, um, because I'm doing this series, I'm re-immersing myself in all of her work, Women Who Run with the Wolves, all of her audio books. Every single time I go to her work, I get whole new levels of understanding. So I decided that this whole art journal being so rough and tumble is the exact perfect vehicle for what I'm learning about Jungian psychology, about singing over the bones. And I wanted to share not only my art journal with you, but also what I am learning. So in Jungian psychology, bones represent our base nature. They are our elemental self, what's hidden in our psyche. So when she talks about singing over the bones, well, what does that mean exactly? So I wrote some notes, that I've kind of stuck onto my window here, and I'm just going to try to show you my journal, but also to talk about what exactly this means to me. So the very first thing is, first of all, I titled this Portrait of a Woman because, it's women who run with the wolves. So I'm talking about the psyche of women in general, but about me specifically. So what does singing over the bones mean? Number one, it means reconnecting with with our soul's deepest longings. Singing over the bones is an act of nurturing our innate wisdom that has been dormant, repressed, and pushed into hiding. Now, I wrote over here all the daughters I never had. And that's what this represents to me. It's aspects of my psyche that I have unwillingly, because I have been operating from the shadow side of my psyche for so long, that they went into hiding. So, wild woman archetype, she needs to be embraced and honored to show herself, to grow, to bloom, to make herself known in our lives. And when I wrote All the Daughters I Never Had, these are aspects of my psyche that have not been developed yet because I have been unhealed. Now, the second meaning of singing over the bones to me means healing and transformation. So when we face our shadow with truth, when we honor, engage, and bring to life the hidden aspects of our psyche, we facilitate healing and wholeness. And over here, I have a house, and I'm just going to bring it closer. I don't know if the camera can pick that up. And the house in Jungian psychology represents so many things. But to me, one of the most important aspects of the house is our bodies, ourselves, because our bodies house our souls. And when we listen to our innate instinctual self, then we are giving voice to our soul. Now, the third meaning of singing over the bones to me is about reclaiming our lost wisdom. And like I said, by honoring our instinctual self, we can access our ancestral wisdom that has been lost by patriarchy, by societies, by culture, by our families, especially if our families were really toxic and installed really punishing, patriarchal, really constrictive belief systems and programs into us that don't serve our highest good. We have lost our wisdom that our ancestors had. And I put over here music for life because the voice is a healing tool, and the act of singing in itself is symbolic. It is self expression. It's using our throat chakra, our voice, to set healthy boundaries, to speak our truth, to stand in our truth, to ask for what we need, etc. And when we are not in alignment with who we are, when our beliefs are at odds with our intuitive self, etc., then we're not allowed, we're not able to speak our truth, and our voice, our throat chakra gets blocked. So in order to access our wild woman archetype, we need to work towards being in alignment with who we are, so that we can, we can speak our truth, we can stand in our truth, we can embrace it. And the last lesson that I hope to embody in my journal, because like I said, it's not complete. It's a very incomplete journal. It's probably, I want to say it's about 60% complete. The last lesson from Singing Over the Bones is about embracing life death cycles, because bones are symbolic of the transitory nature of life. It represents change, healing, dying off to old ways of being and birthing new ones. So really it's about transformation, individuation, revitalization, healing, wholeness. Powerful medicine, isn't it? And here, see, I put the house again, and over here, this is a painting by Dali. And for me, this is about, embracing the life death life cycles. I'm not sure if the camera can pick it up. It is quite small. And in closing, I would just like to read a few lines from Dr. Estes. And this is all in the introduction, you guys. Like, I haven't even got to the book yet. So she talks about wild women. To find her, it is necessary for women to return to their instinctive lives, their deepest knowing. So let us push on now and remember ourselves back to the wild soul. Let us sing her flesh back onto her bones, shed any false coats we have been given, don the true coat of powerful instinct and knowing, infiltrate the psychic lands that once belonged to us, unfurl the bandages, ready the medicine. Let us return now, wild woman, howling, laughing, singing up, the one who loves us so. For the issue, for us, the issue is simple. Without us, wild woman dies. Without wild woman, we die. Para vida. For true life, both must live. Oh my God. I'm going to start crying. I absolutely love this woman. I love her teachings. I'm so grateful for her. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that this has been inspiring to you, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.